You are watching Shoutcraft, exciting entry-level esports commentary with myself, Total Biscuit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shoutcraft, where absolutely nothing ever goes wrong. My name is Total Biscuit, bringing you a match right here between the one and only WhiteRa, the Red Trunks playing Protoss, and EG Machine, the Pink Trunks, playing Zerg here on the blistering sands. As part of the Europe vs. America tournament. It's brought to you by SteelSeries and Starcraft-Source.com. Okay. Well, WhiteRa took the last game as well, so he's up 2-1 in this series. It is a best of 5. Still everything to play for. But if he takes this one, he wins the entire series. Can Machine come back from this? It's a small map. It's a brutal map. Blood on the sand is what tends to happen here. That I can guarantee. APM looking a little bit chilled out at the moment. Perhaps they're tired. They're not spamming enough buttons. It's what's required. Be a good StarCraft player, so I'm told. WhiteRa the pylon at the front, looking to build a blockade around the ramp. A solid idea, considering. Also, if you're just learning Protoss and you're brand new, just watch what he does, yeah? This is a good way to learn. So, Ra puts down his pylon. Puts down the pylon usually on 9. He keeps his chrono boost back. And then as soon as that pylon goes up, he chrono boosts once to pump out probes. And then he chrono boosts again to pump out more probes as his gateway comes up on either 12 or 13 supply. That's the kind of thing you need to be looking at as a basic opening. If you're just playing this game for the first time or you're just not entirely sure how to play Protoss. Whereas on the other hand, Machine's building his spawning pool on around 14, which again is not all that surprising, but this time deviating somewhat from his strategy. He's going straight into an extractor. And it's not an extractor trick either. He's not cancelling out of it to get that extra supply. He already has it. A little bit of fisticuffs going on right here as WhiteRa says, ha, I think not. You're not having that expansion. Not for the time being, at any rate. WhiteRa wants control of this map, and by the looks of it, he's going to get it. He's seen success using that strategy before, so... But then again, bear in mind that this is a deviation for Machine. He's going for an extractor much early on. You know, that would indicate to me that he's going to go early into Roach play, or indeed he's going to try and get speedlings out much quicker than previously. Well, he's going to have plenty of resources to use for those speedlings. Not like he can build there anytime soon. Here comes the Simon X Core, again, standard build for WhiteRa. You might wonder, well, why am I calling him WhiteRa when his name's DuckloadRa? It's because his sponsor is Duckload. I think it's duckload.com or .net. EG Machine decides to steal some gas as well, perhaps in retaliation for this nonsense going on down here. Pylon isn't going to stay up for too much longer, though. Still wants that expansion, and he will get it. Straight into that upgrade for the speedlings. Good map forward as well. A lot of possibilities. Remember, of course, you've got that back door as well. WhiteRa remembers, which is why he's putting a pylon there to get a little bit of early warning. Nice setup right here, and once again, going into Stalkers. Big fan of it. Pumps out a single Zealot just to block this ramp, then goes straight into Stalkers. I mean, he's seen so much success with the Stalkers. I really don't blame him in any way. Machine, though, looking to get and start with the aggression. Bear in mind, you can't fix these rocks, folks, so doing damage to an early game is a great idea. WhiteRa actually doesn't have anything to respond to it right now with. He'll move the Stalker in it, no doubt, I would think. Though he's deciding not to right now. But bear in mind that the more damage is done to this, the easier it's going to be to break through later on. So you might as well use your Zerglings to do the damage. In the meantime, Machine has his hatchery up. Second one is on the way. Spawning pool almost finished with the upgrade for the speedlings right there. Still only on 1 gas. There comes the Stalker. Pushes away already. Takes a kill. Going for a second one. He's not going to get it though. Speedling upgrades up and away they go. Speedlings are fairly safe, but I'm more concerned about the fact that he's going to start applying some pressure right here. He's got a probe right there to try and place perhaps another pylon. Do a little bit of harassment to that. Those 3 Zerglings won't be enough, but if he's able to get a couple more out, WhiteRa realizes he's in a little bit of peril there. If more Zerglings head out, they'll be able to surround and eliminate that single Stalker. Goes up there to get a little bit of scouting information. He sees nothing of worth. Pylon at the back right there. Look at the amount of map control he's trying to get. Sitting on there. Ah, there we go. EG Machine now with much more... Whoa! Early into Dark Shrine. A sneaky strategy. A little bit cheesy, one might say. Will it do the job? Well, that's questionable. Right now, though, his opponent doesn't have anything to counteract it with. It is a risky ploy, which is why I'd imagine he's built this up right here. The thing is, Machine is scouting all over the place, looking for those pylons. He hasn't found that one yet, though. Spawning the Dark Templar at the top right here, which is going to happen. He's got another gateway on the way. How many gateways does he already have? Well, he's got 3 up, looking for 4. Dark Shrine has not been scouted. That's the most vitally important thing. Bear in mind, though, Machine could still be looking for pressure on the back door right here. Yet more damage being done to those rocks. 75% is all the health they have left. He's going to keep working through it. To try and force his opponent to be defensive. Raw moving in to inflict a little bit of firepower, but at the end of the day, it's going to take him a little bit of time to bring those down. Look at that. He's won it down to 1,200 HP. Still, this little pylon right here remains unassailed. Now the Dark Shrine is up. 3 Dark Templar warping in. Where is he warping them in? Is he warping them in there? Yes, he is. Looking to apply some pressure right here. His opponent doesn't have his lair up yet, but he will in 5 seconds, so Overseers will come out quite quickly. Will Machine see those blurs on the map? Doesn't look like he has. Looking to sneak right through. Hasn't been revealed yet, but it's quite easy to see them on creep. There we go. You see he's splitting off right here. Straight, look at that. Straight into an Overseer. But there's a split. He sent 1 into the expansion. Machine maybe realizes it, maybe doesn't. Straight into the expansion, they're doing heavy economic damage right now to his opponent. Takes a drone per swing. He's going to have to pull him off the mineral line right there. Rely on those Overseers. 2 coming in. Forced his opponent to use an awful lot of gas right there. Upgrade to that Overseer. Takes quite a bit. Still hasn't spotted that proxy pylon. The question is, what does WhiteRa intend to do here? Is he going to continue with that pressure? Because he can't really. What he's going to do is going to use it to back up that, but I'm not convinced he's got the forces for it, especially once those Zerglings come in from the side right there. He's trying to apply pressure to the defenses. He's not able to bring them down, though. Doesn't have the firepower, especially not now. Look at that. Zerglings surrounded, down it goes. Rapidly. Machine with a stalwart defense right there. I'm not entirely convinced right here. I don't think WhiteRa's really got what he needs. He's expanding, and I think he knows it. Dark Templar strategy didn't really deliver the economic advantage he was looking for. Still 38 harvesters available for EG Machine. And there you go. You see Machine's economy right back on track after that, and you have to wonder whether it was worth it. Because this panel right here, units lost, says absolutely not. EG Machine didn't have to pull them off the line for all that long. Able to preserve his economic line incredibly well. Now, these little baggers are looking for revenge. Will they get it? Well, it's looking likely. Look at what he's got. 13 Zerglings and 7 Roaches is the force up against 3 Sentry, 3 Stalker, 4 Stalker now, and 4 Zealot. But look at that. Again, that backdoor potentially vulnerable. Machine looking for another expansion, trying to stay at least 1 ahead of his Protoss opponent. Can't say I'm particularly surprised by that. It's exactly what the Zerg like to do. Ra should be able to hold this off without too much of a problem. So a little bit of fisticuffs went on there. What has he got, though? Is he going to continue with this gateway unit strategy? It is likely. Protoss ground weapon level 1 is on its way. But look at that. Machine is now really rolling that army. And I'm concerned, honestly. I'm very concerned for WhiteRa right here. I don't think he's going to be able to repulse that, especially if they decide to push in for the back door, which is exactly what they're doing. Look at that. He's going to be able to bring this down straight away. And what defenses does he have in his base? Absolutely none. Problematic, folks. 25%, 15%, 10%. An assault on the back door right now for WhiteRa. WhiteRa now looking to respond to that. Does he have the forces for it? Not entirely convinced. But look at how he's built that. Look at how he's built his base. He manages to nail down one of the warp gates as well. Make sure he doesn't warp in too many extra reinforcements right there. That's now contaminated. Can he get around the side, though? No. I mean, WhiteRa's built a nice base right here, but not quite good enough. Into the middle line go those Zerglings. Are they going to get anything, though? Locks down a second one. Restricting what his opponent can build, and reinforcements are on the way. Blocks it off not all that effectively, honestly. He manages to hem them in. He's looking for a killing field. The Roacher's holding the line, though, taking tremendous losses, though. Doesn't really have the numbers right here, but look at that. He's got reinforcements on the way. He's falling back to a secondary line. Takes the pylon with him. Can he take the Overseer? Does he have Blink to do it? There you go. He doesn't even need it. But more reinforcements on the way for Machine. Machine is not having any of that. It was a good defense there. Now 11 Stalkers and 3 Sentries is what's available for WhiteRa. Looking to attack on the front line this time. Try and catch his opponent on the back foot once again. And he's going to be able to do it. You see where they are right there. Goes in after the photon cannon. Tries to take the pylon down. Oh, there's one pylon. Does it not quite enough, though, to bring everything down, as you can see. It's a nice base build by WhiteRa. Precision, ladies and gentlemen. Pylon right there, pylon right there. Not quite as easy as it looks to bring that down those defenses. It's deceptive. It's just in range, only just. It's exactly where it needs to be. Machine going in once again. This time going in the back door, able to take down a warp gate. He's even got a couple of changelings in there for good measure. I don't think WhiteRa's going to let that stand. Look at that, more aggression on the Forge. Blocks the upgrade and Forge down. This is great harassment here by Machine. Machine can keep rolling as well. He's got the economy for it. He can afford to lose these units. WhiteRa not necessarily. Pulls drones, probes off the line. Losing a huge amount of units right here. Machine... yeah, look at that. Look at the count. That is a lot of units lost. But again, Machine reckons he can afford it. Can he? Can he afford it, more to the point? It's certainly a possibility. EG Machine gets away with the remainder of his Zerg, and he's got Groot Spine upgrade. That means Hydralisks are on their way, folks. It's a good mix. That would be a very potent way to deal with this Stalker heavy group that he's got right here. Bear in mind, of course, Roaches are armored. They take extra damage from the Stalkers. Hydras, not so much. And bear in mind, Hydras also have a superior range, particularly with that Grooved Spine upgrade. A lot of damage they can inflict. The Roach Hydralisk combination is very worthwhile. Once again, showing map dominance. Immortals coming out for WhiteRa, and that's not going to do too well, is it? Not with Hydras on the way. 7 Hydras already up. More on the way, no doubt. Those Immortals aren't going to do too much. 2 already out, 3 more gateways, plus a Forge to replace the losses. Machine looking to be in a fairly strong position right now. About equal in terms of units lost, but its economy, it's rolling. It's rolling hard. Equal number of harvesters on both sides, but he has 3 expansions fully functional, and he's got this, more to the point. So that equal number of harvesters doesn't really make the difference. WhiteRa looking for some aggression right now, and he could be caught in a trap. He doesn't have the forces to deal with that many Hydras, especially not without more on the way. Warping in a Dark Templar. Maybe looking to do a little bit of scouting with it. Now he's spotted the Hydralisks, and he's like, oh no, absolutely not. Or maybe he is. Looking to get some aggression right there. Perhaps he doesn't know just how many. Well, he certainly does now. He's willing to go in for it. He does have a quite significant force right there. This is going to be very dangerous. This could be the decisive attack, ladies and gentlemen. A nice divide. Look at that. Splits off the majority of EG Machine's firepower, and EG Machine is hurting for it. There's no doubt about that, but look at the amount of firepower being brought in by the Hydras. And as soon as that breaks, and there it goes, in comes the line of Hydralisks. Breaks off his force into 2. He's managing to crush that force over there, taking heavy losses in the process. But he's... oh, no, he's actually collapsing. Line is collapsing, but he's got his secondary force backing him up. And more in the way. Another Immortal moves in, and he's able to crush the first force of Hydras at the top. And there he goes. He takes it. Not without heavy losses, but it was worthwhile. Continues the aggression. EG Machine falls back. Knows he can't deal with that. He's going to need way more units, more Hydras on the way. Does he have the numbers for it? Focusing fire now on the Immortals. 1 brought down. Can he take the second? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. There you go. And additional reinforcements coming in from the back. But again, is it going to be enough? I'm not entirely convinced by that. Stalker's taking an awful lot of damage. There we go, using the Queen as well to heal them up, driving them back once again. Hydras come in from the side. It's a good flanking maneuver. It's a shame he wasn't able to pick off that extra one right there. He's confident. He thinks he can go for it. He thinks he can go for it. He's still continuing that aggression. Unfortunately, now off the creek, Stalkers are bugging the hell out, if you will pardon the phrase. Machine with a vicious defense with the Hydralisks right there. He says, you think you've taken me? Absolutely not. WhiteRa looking to flank around. Takes a changeling out. Once again, Zerglings moving in. Warps in for the proxy pylon right there. Hydralisks forcing their way in and manages to take one out before it even warps in. There goes, oh, nicely done, nicely done. Takes one, unfortunately, he was smart, he built a second one. There's the block, it's not quite good enough. Block not quite good enough. Now focusing firepower as much as he can now on the Stalkers, and he does have the firepower for it. Needs to get through that little choke point right there. Can he do it? Yes, he can. He needs to bring those Stalkers down. So many weak Stalkers. Zerglings coming in from the side. Hydras, again, just don't have the speed. He needs more of those speedlings in order to chase them down, but he takes one. He's looking for the sentry. Can he take the sentry? No, he can't. No, he can't. Now the high ground in favor of EG Machine. More Hydras on the way, and his opponent caught on the back foot. Not with enough. He just doesn't quite have enough units now. He was building against those Roaches and now transitioned straight into Hydra. EG Machine continuing with the aggression with Zerglings chasing them down as much as they can. Falling back to the line of his base. Can he put up a bit of a last stand. Well, he's not going to do a last stand. He's going to do just a normal, everyday stand, ladies and gentlemen. He's got the defenses. He's got the numbers coming in right now, and of course, the home ground advantage. EG Machine is off creep. Do you think that's going to stop him? Absolutely not. He wants blood. He wants destruction. He wants death, and he's getting it. He's got superior numbers, and WhiteRa gives it up. There you go. 2-all, ladies and gentlemen, in this series. And beautiful transition into Hydralisks, and WhiteRa caught off guard by that. He had good pressure, but again, bear in mind just how quick the Zerg can rebuild. Incredibly fast, rapidly, with the number of expansions that he had, the number of larvae he had at his disposal. Suddenly Hydras, hundreds of them, and down he goes.